Hello everybody, welcome to Magic the Gathering Online Arena, and welcome to a deck I like to call Pest Control. And we call it that because I face a lot of 1/1 and 2/2 creatures all the time, every day, on the arena. There's a 2/2 right now. I'm not sure that we like 2/2s that much. So what else we got up here? Kessig Naturalist, Tovalar, Wolfkin Outcast, Paxong Pup, Weaver of Blossoms. Okay, so we want to get rid of the big guy. No attacks. He didn't put down a spell. He's having trouble with his mana. Okay. We're going to put down a spell. And we have a werewolf. So, if things flip, it'll be advantage to me too, at least when I'm attacking. He's looking at my scoundrel. Okay, so he puts down the blossoms. Does not attack. Does not attack, huh? Okay. We are going to attack. And he does not block. He's playing very cautious for a werewolf deck. He must sense that something is wrong. Something is not normal about the opponent he's facing. Something is not normal about the deck that he is facing. And he would be right. But I'm hoping he just puts down... Well, I wasn't hoping he would put down that.
I fight for everyone
Who's
who
got the
fears
alternate art?
approaching night.
This is... It's confusing to look at this alternate art.
There are no lone wolves here.
You know what? That's okay. That is all okay. It's all good. You know why? Malicious malfunction. All creatures get -2. It means 4 of yours die and get exiled. I can hit you for 2 there, and you can take out Arlen now.
Back to the woods.
Hey, you like those potatoes? That's how I take out the pests. That's what I call pest control. And you've got alternate art on all of this stuff, which, if it wasn't on the cards, this would be great in comic books or as a poster or anything else. But what do we want to do with you? I think we want to attack with everybody we got. Because you're down to 13 life. You're going to take it? No way! He's got that unnatural moonrise, so let's do this. Let's exile Tovalar. We've got this in case he puts out an enchantment. The werewolf deck has a couple of enchantments. And just putting out the creatures. Putting out the creatures. Too bad that's a sorcery instead of an instant. Alright, he did nothing with what he had. Attackers all have Death Touch. We've got lethal damage. He's got to block at least one of them. He doesn't, he just gives up the ghost. We have soundly defeated a werewolf deck. That is sweet. Alright, now we'll go out of this and show you the entire deck. Come on. Where are you? Pest control. I have lost track of the number of games I have played where they put out just a ton of 1-1s and 2-2s and they proceed to pump them up, or they just swarm me as 1-1s and 2-2s. So we went and looked in green and black. And we did that because I was looking at Choking Miasma and the kicker. If the spell's kicked, you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. All creatures get -2/-2 till end of turn. So for my 2-drops, if I have, you know, almost every... I took care to make sure that I didn't have health 2. But regardless, if they've got creatures that are 2 or less, they're all going to die. And I'm going to save mine. That's the general theme. We want to use a bunch of -1/1, -2/2 counters on them. And here's what we got. We got 1 Concealing Curtains. All the toughness here should be 3 or greater. We've got 1 Parasitic Grasp to take care of pesky humans. We've got Slaughter Specialist. Whenever Slaughter Specialist enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 white human creature token. And if we want to kill it, we could just kill it with Parasitic Grasp too. That's kind of fun. But what's really fun is when they have like 3 or 4 creatures out, and then we play Choking Miasma and kill them all, and Slaughter Specialist becomes real big real fast. If I wanted to get rid of some of the higher costing spells, I would actually just add in 3 more Slaughter Specialists and just go with that. Because if you can get a couple of those down in the early game, in the early rounds, and then they lose all their small creatures, it's just devastating. We have a Tainted Adversary, so that we get Death Touch in the play. We have 4 Terra Sunders, and I really like this card. This is one of my favorite cards for Dominaria United, because with Kamigawa and Brothers War especially, we have a lot of artifacts out, and they're actually entire enchantment decks, where it's enchantment only, basically, or enchantment themed. So here we can just spend 2 mana and exile any target artifact or enchantment that we want at instant speed. And if we want to worry about other stuff that's a permanent, we can kick it and exile it. And, you know, a lot of times the normal cost for getting rid of things is around 5 mana. So being able to do it for 4 is a bit of a discount, really, especially at instant speed. So really good card. Urborg Lurgoyf. Only 1. I'm not really concerned about kicking it most of the time. But you can. But its power is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. And let's go look at how many creatures I have. I have only 18 creatures, so it's a little light. Exactly 3.0 mana average and 24 lands. So I'm not sure if he really belongs in the deck, but I'm testing him out. I have 1 Gravelighter, so I can, you know, if there's a pesky creature that they have that's, you know, if they put down 1 big creature and that's all that's out there, I can throw this down and each player has to sacrifice a creature. Graveyard Trespasser, so I can exile pesky stuff from their graveyards, because we got to worry about things like Portal to Phyrexia coming back from the graveyard with a cheap white spell and that kind of thing. So I want to be able to exile things from the graveyard. 1 Morbid Opportunist. Whenever 1 or more creatures die, draw a card. We are counting on being able to kill a lot of their creatures. So this should, I mean, if you wanted, again, to play a cheaper deck and get rid of some of the more expensive cards, you could add more Opportunists in here and probably get a pretty good card draw out of everything. The Choking Miasma, the Gruesome Realization. This is sorcery speed, but it gives us a couple of options. We can have our opponents get -1/-1 for all their creatures, or if they say they've got a bunch of creatures that are too big for us, and 1/1's just not going to do it anymore, we can just draw 2 cards instead. So I like the flexibility of this card. Or if it's mid-game and we want to get rid of some 3/3s, you know, and I have 6 mana, I can double up on these spells to still get rid of more powerful creatures. We have 4 copies of Malicious Malfunction from Kamigawa. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If they die, you exile them. And I really like that because, again, that gets stuff out of their graveyard. We have Nightclubber. When it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control all get -1/-1 until end of turn. And we can blitz that if we need to, if we feel like it. We have Bond Badger. That's a 3/3. If we kick it, then creatures you control gain menace until end of turn. I only have 2 copies. If I've got a good board set up, this can be a game winner just by putting this down and kicking it. Because they're just not prepared for it. They may have set up their board to have one-on-one so that they can block any single creature that we have. But if they're low on life, and suddenly 4 of my creatures have menace, maybe they can't block everything. We have 1 Baneblade Scoundrel, which we already saw. We made good use of him. Whenever he becomes blocked, each creature gets -1/-1. So if 2 creatures block him, both of those creatures get -1/-1. And that's nice. That's just really nice. At nighttime, he becomes Baneclaw Marauder, and whenever a creature blocking it dies, that creature's controller also loses 1 life. We have Skulking Killer. When it enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls gets -2/-2. So you see the theme, we're just minusing all of them, right? All the minus of the power and toughness. Until end of turn. That only applies if they control no other creatures. So if they've got 2 creatures out and 1 is strong and 1 is weak, we might exile 1 of Terra Sunder and then use our Skulking Killer, that kind of thing. Or if, it's early on and there's nothing else out there and we want to get rid of their small creature, we will. We have Bloodvial Purveyor, Flying Vampire, that's 5/6 for only 4 mana. He's kind of overpowered in my opinion. I only have 1 copy. I use him a lot. Defending the Celestis, distribute 3 +1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures we control. So, we got to worry about having all of these minus counters that affect all the creatures. So, this is a card that can help us sort of distribute things so that if we do have smaller creatures out there, they might survive our own shenanigans. 1 copy of Sereth the Viper's Fang, Legendary Warlock. 3/4. Other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch. Untapped creatures you control have Hexproof. And just for 1 mana, you can tap the Warlock and untap another target creature or land you control. From Brothers War, 4 copies of Skyfisher Spider. When it enters the battlefield, you can sacrifice another creature, and when you do, you destroy target non-land permanent. So when it enters, you can actually sacrifice the spider itself. In the meantime, when the spider dies, you can gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard. If you do, you exile the spider. So that's kind of my one version of life gain in the deck. You always need something, right? 2 copies of Besiju, 1 copy of Takanuma, and that's mostly it. But we face a lot of pests. Sometimes you get tired of it. Sometimes you just want to get rid of them all. So this is my way of getting rid of them all. And if nothing else, if Magic decides that their algorithm that I've won too many times, and they want to put me up against something that's, my deck's not going to work against, guess what? I was tired of going up against Pest decks anyway. So then maybe I don't go up against them as much. I win either way. But will we win the matches? Let's see. For any new viewers, I'm Travis. You're at Tpull's Corner. Remember to like. Remember to subscribe. If you haven't been here before, you might want to come back. Are you going to be mono blue? You're throwing away Teferi. Do you have a way to get him back? I'm kind of curious to see what else he's going to discard now. Tough choices this time, Blue? And he throws away a land already. Oh, he's got lots of land. Okay. Hercule. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the Modern Age card now so you don't have a flyer running around. You already felt like you had enough land that you're throwing away land, so I don't mind giving you one more. And we can play our Glade untapped because we have 2 lands already next turn. In the meantime, Graveyard Trespasser comes down. Because I don't want to have Teferi come out of the graveyard, so Teferi goes away. I hope you didn't plan to use him again. You are not mono blue. Might Stone and Weak Stone. So, Urza Planeswalker deck? You're going to have to discard a card. So, I still kind of make out like, oh, he has another. How much land did you start with, buddy? That's kind of good for him, I guess. Okay, what happened here? Beginning of the end step. Did he take a Wandering Emperor? Probably took a Wandering Emperor. Alright. We are going to draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Six mana. And he was able to discard 2 lands. Steel Seraph, which is an awesome card. I don't have it yet. And he's full casting it already. Some lifelink like he needs it. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get rid of Steel Seraph. Hey, wait a sec. Oh, I have to sacrifice another creature. Shoot. It would help if I would read the instructions. I'm assuming he's going to do Vigilance instead of lifelink, okay? No blocks. Come on through. We just need to survive one more turn, and the Catgeist needs to go away. I'll probably just throw him on another creature. No attacks. Hulking Metamorph. I'm going to copy the Steel Seraph. Nice. 7/7 Steel Seraph now. Now, what, give him Vigilance and Lifelink? Yuppers. Alright, he's coming through. We're not blocking. Alright. Skyfisher Spider. Sacrifice another creature. Destroy Steel Seraph. Going for broke. If he doesn't have removal, we've got double block on the Seraph. If he does, we could be in trouble. Even if he removes one, we can still chump block with the other. Okay, he wastes his mana on the enchantment. Foreboding statue, excellent. This is all wonderful. Yes, we're going to exile that and gain 3 life back. Okay, for our next trick. Sacrifice another creature. Destroy you. Yes, we'll get 3 life back. In the meantime, all creatures get -2 and they get exiled, so I don't have to worry about the Catgeist coming back. And you're going to be a 2/2. We don't care about you at all. You done run out of steam, and it's time for us to take over. We just have to wait for them to realize they can create Power Stone tokens and keep creating more and more. It's fine. We'll wait. Go ahead. Anytime. Anytime. There you go. Bam. Still over 20 life. He's not going to chump block yet, right? You could put out Urza, right? As soon as he gets Urza, he's got a Planeswalker. We're toast. He can exile target non-land permanent. He can exile both of those in one fell swoop because he can activate this twice. And my stuff works on creatures, not Planeswalkers. So this little puppy is a big threat. And we want to get one of our Terra Sunders someday. So we haven't gotten one yet. And he did nothing. Okay, but that was your turn and I waited. There we go. Let me go, please. Eight points down. Opponent's turn. There comes the Hand of Enlightenment. Here's Urza. But it's the wrong Urza. It's Urza, Prince of Krug. Which he can still create a 1/1 soldier if he wants to. But he's not going to like what we're about to do. Come on, just create a token. Or a Power Stone. Tap Power Stone token? Or a token that's a copy, but a 1/1. Okay, it becomes a 3/3. Why are you a 3/3? Kill my spider? Yes, we get 3 life back, thank you. Okay, hang on. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact, except it's a 1/1 soldier in addition to its other types. Oh, all artifact creatures you control get... Okay, so we can still kill everybody. That's the important thing. Okay, so all creatures get -2/-2. Then the Skulking Killer comes down. No, I did that wrong. It needs to be only if the opponent controls no other creatures. He's got 2, so I need to do it this way. But we'll kick it. We'll give Bloodvial Purveyor an extra 1. He gets exiled, and we attack. There we go. That still works. If he puts down a 2/2, we can still play our killer. That is not. That's a hulking metamorph. So Skulking Killer is not going to work. Did he copy anything? I guess not. It took most of his mana. Oh. We're going to do it this way, though. Yeah, you get a 6/6. It doesn't matter. He's holding up priority because he can use a blood token if he wants to discard whatever's in his hand. He's got 1 mana to do that. Okay, we will get rid of the Skulking Killer and get rid of you. So, sorry about that, Vampire Assassin. You were very useful, actually. And then we attack. He hasn't gotten rid of either of the blood tokens, so we get a +2. And he takes it. And we finally got a Terra Sunder. And we don't get to use it. Yeah, we'll take the win. So there were a lot of big creatures in there, actually, weren't there? What do we get? Autonomous Assembler. All right. I think that's my second one. It's a nice little rare assembly worker. Soon we're going to make a assembly worker deck. Once we get them all. We're going to play one more round here. We still had a lot of pests to get rid of, didn't we? We still had a lot of 1/1s and 2/2s. And our spells worked perfectly. It seemed like it was getting a little hairy. But the spiders gave me all the life gain I needed. Three mana is great to start with. I don't have a 1-drop, so I don't mind the tap land one bit. I don't want Bog Badger this early usually, but maybe he can be the canary in the coal mine. He'll just absorb something. My opponent's got removal. Hey, it's like I've played the game before. Let's do this. Let's draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. That gives me a different way I can still save Besiege. Maybe not have to play it as a land. And what are you doing? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do it again. There. I guess we'll go ahead and mill with the Lurgoyf.
If I can build it, I can beat you with it. Dive like hawks!
You've got haste, huh? Alright. Let's see what they've got going on. We put out 2 creatures. We won't bother to kick it. But maybe he'll want to keep a Thopter back to protect Saheeli. Okay, so he's got removal for our Purveyor, which stinks. But the Urgoyf gets bigger.
Let's see where this train of thought leads.
Ah, and he taps one. Mine worker. That's some pesty stuff there, isn't it? What else are you gonna do? Going to attack. They got a blood token they can use now, anytime they want. Time for choking miasma. Let's control the pest, shall we? You guys go away. We make sure Saheeli can't create a couple of Thopters on us.
Back off, you little gremlin!
Are you talking to me? Another removal, okay. They got 3 colors.
I know exactly what the metal wants to be.
Perfect. We get to use our Skull King Killer. Should have brought out... Well, no, because they get a human creature token, so I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I needed that guy to be alone so that Skull King Killer could kill it.
Let's see where this train of thought leads.
Nice little card draw they have. It was my fault, right? Because I had to go ahead and give them the blood token with Blood Vial Purveyor. More removal. They actually throw away a power plant worker? What do you have in your hand? Here we go. Kick it. Creatures gain menace. Saheeli goes bye-bye.
I was all flash, not enough force.
One planeswalker down. Permanents you have control have ward, sacrifice a permanent. Every artifact has unearth. That's a dangerous card. That's why he doesn't mind throwing them in the graveyard. I wonder how many of these you have in your hand or in your deck. It's okay, because Bog Badger's already done what he needs to do. And you're virtually tapped out. So, kick this, target you, yes we're sure, sacrifice a permanent. We can just sacrifice a land, right? Resolve. Now the worm has finally turned. You can only have so many rare cards, right? And mythic rares. Uh-oh. That's 9 mana. They could do a Port of Phyrexia now. They have a second Mishra and they top deck it. Isn't that lovely? They bring back the power plant worker. And he's got haste. That's fine, because then he's got to sacrifice him, right? He goes away. We've got a way around that, but that's a deck for a different time. Alright, here we go again. Skyfish Spider. Sacrifice the Bog Badger. Get rid of Mishra. Resolve all. Sacrifice the land. Pump up our Slaughter Specialist, who's earning her name, slowly but surely. I'm so thankful you just have to sacrifice a permanent and not a non-land permanent. That would really make him overpowered. He is not missing a single land drop, is he? It looks lopsided, but that's because we had to sacrifice a couple of our lands already. Otherwise, it wouldn't look so out of balance. But I'm feeling good. If you had a boardwalk like a... Oh, hello. That's a good... That's another mythic rare card. Okay, so what's he going to get to do? Draw cards. Trample and haste. Hang on a second. Before you draw any more cards, we're just going to destroy that, okay? I don't like the haste aspect of that. He spent a lot of blue. And no black to make me discard anything. And now you're tapped out. I hope you like the cards in your hand. You're going to need them. By the way, the mine worker, he's a pest. Oh, you had another land. Yeah, he's a pest. Pests go away. They pump up Slaughter Specialist. It's like the deck was planned to work together or something. It's like I actually put some thought into it for a change. Okay, now I don't have to worry about burning down the house. 7/7 is sufficiently good. All they need is like one Fading Hope to toss her back up into my hand to get rid of a 7/7 though. Blue has lots of neat little features. Plus, they've got black, so... I'm waiting to see some more braids in Infernal Grasp. Oh, never mind. They've got another... they've got another Blade Coil Serpent. Okay, we get to discard one card. They've learned to be afraid of the cards in our hand. But even though you got haste, you only got 6. Okay. No blocks. Get rid of you. Next game. He got close. But no cigar. Alright, we'll go in and show you the deck one last time. And it works pretty well. Just because a lot of what people are making sure to do is they're paying attention to the mana curve like they should. They're building out their 1, 2, and 3 drops like they should. But a lot of the 1 and 2 drops are going to be 1/1 creatures and 2/2 creatures, and we got spells specifically to take care of them, and not just one at a time, but to take care of the board. You know, Malicious Malfunction takes care of all creatures at -2/-2, and for some reason, I am not seeing a lot of these cards when I go to play Magic Online. I see a lot of Gravelighters, right? I see a lot of Graveyard Trespassers. I see Morbid Opportunists. I don't see Choking Miasma being used. I don't see Malicious Malfunction being used all that often. I don't see Bog Badger being used ever. When's the last time you saw a Baneblade Scoundrel? I've seen a Skulking Killer used maybe once. And for some reason, as overpowered as Bloodvial Purveyor is, you almost never see him. I've seen some Skyfisher Spiders so far. But so yeah, a lot of cards that that I'm not coming across normally myself. But I like the way that they combine together. So I may try and make a slim down deck and do what I said earlier, where you add in the Opportunist, you add in the Slaughter Specialist, you take out some of the more expensive ones, and maybe see if you can just go faster. Maybe that's a possible way to go about it. I might tinker around with that. But we're going to leave it there for now. Thanks for joining me. Remember to like and subscribe. This is Travis signing off from Tpull's Corner. Thanks all. Have a good one.